All right, here for SWOSUathletics.com, I'm Doug Self, Sports Information Director, sitting down with volleyball coach Josh Collins today to talk about the Lady Bulldogs. So, Coach, thanks, first of all, for taking some time out of your day to talk with us. And so you got a smile on your face today. The other night, you guys had one of your best statistical matches of the year at Southeastern. Kind of tell us a little bit about that. Did you guys play as good as some of those numbers might suggest?
I thought we played as well as we played all year in the first two sets. We really controlled both of those sets, and we just attacked very well offensively. So in those two sets, yeah, the stats were very true to the way we played.
And then you had some great individual performances. Obviously, your freshman Carly Zach has been great this year. Allison's been great in the middle as well. And then Joey was, the Conference Player of the Week a couple weeks ago. Talk about some of the individual performances from your team this year.
Well, Carly Zach stepped right in and hadn't missed a beat. She's got a strong swing, and she is a competitor. She loves to compete, and she's very passionate about what she does. So she's played very well for us. Allison, I think Allison has a little bit of pressure taken off of her shoulders this year, and it's taken her a little bit to adjust to her new role, to where she doesn't have to necessarily carry the team. I know that she felt like that a lot last year, and now she's really fitting into that groove, and things are opening up for her, so she's able to attack well. And she's had a solid block all year. I think that she's gotten much better on her block, as our whole team has. And then Joey's had some outstanding performances. It's not easy to play all 6 rotations, and Joey does that. And she has to serve receive and then worry about going to attack right after she serve receives. And she's just been getting better and better at it.
And one of the things there you mentioned was the blocking, and you guys rank 4th in the conference in blocks right now. Allison individually leads the conference, and then she's already set the single-season school record for assist blocks in a year, and she's within 9 of setting the single-season record for blocks. Kind of talk about that aspect of your team this year and what's made you guys such a better blocking team.
Well, we added some people to our staff this year, and Allison Brown came in. She played 4 years at a Division I in Presbyterian out in South Carolina, and she came in and she revamped our blocking right away, and it's something that we work on every single day, and the girls have taken a lot of pride in that, and I feel like they've bought into what we're doing there, and obviously it's showing for us. And Allison's just a tremendous athlete, and she reads the game very well, so she's always in a good position to get a block.
Okay, and then one of the changes you've made here since midseason was you started going with the 2-setter approach as opposed to 1.
Yeah.
Could you kind of break that down, give us a little bit of insight to why you guys wanted to make that change, and then what the benefit has been since you've done that?
Well, I think that adding Brandy Mater to the front row gives us a larger block on the right side. So we don't necessarily score a ton of blocks right there, but we take away a lot of space with Brandy up. She's quite a bit taller than Bree is, and I think that giving Bree some rest has helped her to be more consistent everywhere on the floor, and I think that she's played better when we made that substitution with Brandy coming in, and it's just a different look. Brandy has a pretty good attack, and again, she's pretty tall, so she can attack well, and I think that it just gives our opponents 2-setters to worry about, and 2 different styles and 2 different sets coming out, and our hitters have adjusted to both setters very well. So
it seems like you guys have had a lot of success since you made that transition. Now looking forward, one of the biggest challenges of the conference schedule to date, undefeated conference leader Harding is coming to town on Saturday, and it is homecoming, so there's going to be a lot of stuff going on that day. Kind of make your pitch to the fans to come out, and then what exactly, what the Lady Bison's kind of problems they'll present for you.
Well, we played Harding in the regular season last year at their place, and we pretty much went in and got smoked. I mean, they're a very good team. They have several very good players, and a lot that you have to think about when you play them. And so we got a chance to play them in the conference semifinals at their place again. They were undefeated in conference last year, and so we came in, pretty much with nothing to lose, and we played really, really well and got beat in the fifth set, 15-11, and that's something that we've talked about all year, and we've been preparing for this game, since we played them last. So I feel like we have a little bit more confidence in what we do this year coming in, and I feel like we're a better team. But I've been watching film on Harding, and we've seen them at a tournament that we played in, and they're just as good, if not better, than they were last year. And they have the defending player of the year in the conference in Molly Arnold, and she gets a lot of swings, and she can attack from anywhere on the court. And in fact, if for some reason they sub her, I will warn our girls that they'll probably set her on the bench too. She's got a lot of attempts, and she's very versatile and attacks very well, and both of their middles do really good things, and they'll mix it up on the front row, and defensively they're extremely scrappy. I mean, they're just a good volleyball program. So it's a daunting task ahead of us, and we need all the support we can get from the fans, and it's our match will start about in the middle of the parade. So as soon as you get done with the parade, come out and watch us play. I promise it'll be a good match. So.
Well, that's what we're hoping for, and the Great American Conference is pretty wide open at this point. There's two teams, them and SNU, that have they're still unbeaten, but then right behind them, you're in a three-way tie for third place right now. Talk about the rest of the conference schedule, how that shapes up for you, and the stretch run as we got 6-8 matches left. Talk about that a little bit.
I like the way that our schedule is working out a little bit better this year, because we're at home to go through the last stretch, and last year we had a lot of road games at the end of the season. So I feel good about being home, and our home court advantage is pretty good. I would say that it's one of the best, if not the best, in the league. We get to play a lot of teams at home, and we get to play some teams that we get excited to play, just because it's always a competitive match, and we're always looking to come out on top with that. So I feel like we'll step on the floor ready to play every time we play from here on out.
Absolutely. Neo, this is your second year through as the head coach. What have you noticed, anything different this year, or just what's it been like in that second year as opposed to the first year through?
Well, and we talked about this in one of our first interviews at the beginning of the year. I feel like this year, I think that there might be a little bit more pressure. I feel it, I know the girls feel it, to perform, where last year we felt like we had nothing to lose and we're the underdog in pretty much every match. So, that's been a transition for us, something that's been kind of tough for us to get over, I feel like. But I think we're slowly figuring that out, and we're slowly figuring out how to finish matches and not put too much pressure on ourselves. So that's been the biggest change, and the GAC is just continuing to get better from top to bottom. Every team is improving, and so there's no easy matches, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Coach, thanks for taking the time to join us today, and best of luck this weekend on Saturday, and we'll see you out there, and hope the Lady Dogs can get an upset win.
All right, thanks a lot.
For head coach Josh Collins, I'm Doug Self for SWOSUathletics.com.